to Gab and Jam, episode 208.
All right, so what are we talking about today?
We're in the middle of our wellness for the DIY Rockstar series for Podmas, Blogmas 2021. And I could not do this without rolling in some type of financial wellness or literacy into the plan because so often it is the cause of stress.
Yes.
Which causes disease, which causes depression, which causes all that. So somewhere in there, I know it's not a typical wellness or fitness topic, but I would be remiss without adding that in there because it has solved a lot of our problems having some type of plan and focus and regular schedule with financial wellness or literacy. Kind of figuring out how things work, figuring out what resources you have, figure out what's going out, having a budget, all that, checking in regularly, and then working together. That we've done a lot in the past few years for sure to figure some things out. And that has led to less stress between us and less stress just period. Yeah. So I definitely, and for DIY Rockstars, that whole journey, you don't know about the retirement and all that kind of thing. So kind of being more aware of your finances may even be more important to you than for people who are, hey, I'm going to go be a plumber or I'm going to go be a doctor or whatever. So if you have chosen music or art as your livelihood, then you definitely have to get some of your finances, your structure in place.
You always have to live, I think, and this is a lot more easier said than done. You have to live below your means. You have to do that. You can't go beyond that. And the other thing that you can't do is you can't live your life, expecting to have this big influx of income off of something that's successful. And sometimes it can be a catch-22, I understand, because you can say, well, I believe in myself. I believe in what I'm doing. And so I know that, this thing that I'm working on is going to be a huge success. And so, I could take on this debt because I know I'm going to have this huge success later. And, unfortunately, a lot of times it just doesn't happen that way. And so you have to kind of set your sights financially based on where you are and not necessarily where you hope to be. And so that's the part that, that can be difficult. That's a fight,
it is.
You can say it, well, then how can I say I'm truly believing in myself? Or, or I'm investing in myself. You can look at it that way too. You can look at it to say, I'm investing in myself. So that's why I'm going into all of this debt. And again, you have to always kind of balance things off and say, well, how much of this stuff is things that I really need with respect to investing in myself, and how much of the stuff is kind of things that I'll kind of want. And because, I'm in a position to, finance this right now, that I'm going to jump on it. And that's the thing. You really have to balance those type of things. And it's difficult. We're not going to say that it's easy.
Actually, that's an episode coming up. For after Vlogmas, but that whole should you live in the moment or live for the long haul, and that is really
and it's a balance between the two. Because you don't just always want to say, okay, I'm sacrificing everything until later, and then later comes, you're not here, and somebody else is enjoying all the money you save.
Oh, you're later.
So
can't take it with you.
You can't. So it's a balance in that between the two. And really the reason why it's a balance in that is so that in the now you actually enjoy it and have a certain amount, some semblance of peace of mind.
That peace of mind is so important. I'm like, I wish the younger me had figured some of these things out earlier, but here we go. So I'm thankful that we're here now. So. All right. Thank you. Come back tomorrow for another episode of our Blogmas Podmas 2021. If you dig the vibe and you want to be a part of the tribe, be sure to
subscribe.
We're wishing you love, peace, and
chicken grease.
All right.